It's headlines and fun, true crime tales and a wild rerun. Bits of news to brighten your day in the latest, wackiest, petty expressway. Scandals, gators, space coast too, crimes that baffle and headlines askew. When the world gets dark, we bring the cheer. Newsy nuggets, the good, the grim, the weird is here.
Hey, you guys, it's Mo in the Deep End, and we've got some Diddy drops. Well, not on an album, but on his trafficking trial. So let's get into those. Diddy trial live updates, opening statements begin in trafficking case where Sean Combs faces life in prison if convicted. So, again, as always, this is a federal trial. It will not be televised. So, we are kind of forced to look at people who are there, who are giving us information, but also relying on the media, which is well, it's a gamble. But here we go. Sean Diddy Combs' federal trafficking trial opening arguments and witness testimonies begin Monday. So I'll go to another article. We're in Manhattan federal court following all the developments as alleged victims are set to testify, including his former girlfriend, R&B singer Cassie Ventura, whom Combs was seen beating and kicking in the sickening 2016 hotel surveillance video released a year ago. Now, the trial is not televised because cameras are prohibited inside the courthouse, so watch this space for live updates and the latest. Okay, so this is just a so I'm going to start at the bottom because there are a lot of updates and they're in reverse chronological order. So we'll start with the beginning of the day. Scroll. All right. So Sean Diddy Combs' federal trial set to start Monday with opening statements. And I did hear that there was some shenanigans in opening statements. So again, we have the walk of, got to get through that. Is that Mr. Steele? The plaid suits are growing on me. I gotta tell you, I'm not a fan of the plaid suit, but he can pull it off. Now I can't, but there you go. It looks like many people coming into court. Janice Combs, so his mother, and children and all of that jazz. So it looks like Sean Combs' mother did arrive at the courthouse to support him. He gave the thumbs up. So Sean Diddy Combs gave a thumbs up to people in the gallery as he entered the courtroom just before 9 a.m., hugged his lawyers before sitting down at the defense table between the two of them. He was wearing a light gray sweater over a crisp white shirt and a black pair of reading glasses. So he did not have the birth control glasses that are given out by the DOC or the Department of Defense, because let me tell you, those those are not worse than Brian Higgins' text, but they will stop any romantical feelings in their track. Unless, of course, you've been out in the field for 6 weeks and you just need someone. The jury was finalized, so opening statements are next. I'm actually shocked that it only took them a week to find jurors that they deemed, acceptable. So a jury of 12 members and 6 alternates was finalized for Sean Diddy Combs around 9:45 a.m. as his lawyer Mark Angofino claimed prosecutors were making racially motivated strikes. Your Honor, I want to note that the government has struck down 7 Black people out of 9 strikes, Angofino said, later adding that he thinks it shows a pattern. But prosecutor Maureen Comey defended the government's use of strikes. The government has conducted itself completely neutrally, and we don't have any bias whatsoever. You're the government. I don't know how much they pay you to lie with a straight face, but my eyeballs do, perceive a lot of things that the government has told me. No, it's either a big deal or not a big deal at all. So I don't know about all that. Now, the gender race breakdown of the Diddy trial. The jury at the Diddy trial is comprised of 8 men and 4 women. 4 jurors are white, while the rest are not white. So, whatever that means, there you go. And this is going to be a big trial. I'm going to try to keep up with it with the articles that are coming out and let you guys know things. So, prosecutors say that Sean Diddy Combs committed trafficking and other crimes again and again. Prosecutor Emily Johnson told jurors during the opening statement that Sean Diddy Combs's Smex crimes trial that while the disgraced music producer was a larger than life businessman, he committed crimes again and again. Opening statements started just after 10:30 a.m. in the highly anticipated trial. "This is Sean Combs," said Johnson as she dramatically extended her right arm and pointed at the Bad Boy Records founder sitting at the defense table. "To the public, he was Puff Daddy or Diddy. He was a businessman and larger than life. But there was another side of him," Johnson said. Johnson said he committed a slew of crimes, including trafficking crimes, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and some which he carried out again and again. Souvenirs of the most humiliating nights of her life. Diddy allegedly threatened to release tapes of Cassie Ventura having sex with male escorts. Prosecutor Emily Johnson told jurors that Sean Diddy Combs allegedly threatened to release humiliating videos of then girlfriend Cassie Ventura being with male escorts. The souvenirs were The videos were souvenirs of the most humiliating nights of her life, Johnson said, of the footage that allegedly Combs had taken after coercing her into a freak off. In the same opening statement, she described one freak off where Cassie Ventura felt like she was choking when Sean Diddy Combs made an escort piddle in her mouth. What in the R. Kelly grossness? Like, what in the I believe I can fly nonsense is this? Like, Diddy, look, I don't want to kink shame. If you enjoy golden showers upon your mouth, peace be upon you. And I don't even know what to do with that. Look, that is above my pay grade. If you like that, look, as far as my don't ask, don't tell kind of rule goes, I'm never going to ask about that. Because my rule is don't ask, don't tell about what you do in the bedroom unless I ask and you are comfortable. Then I'm going to ask all the questions because I'm nosy or curious. I mean, it swings and roundabouts. Could be the same thing. So that being said, I have heard of golden showers, but not golden mouth showers. And oh my God, send him to jail immediately. I mean, no trial. Let's just go Snake Island, okay? Now, for those of you that are new to this channel, welcome, welcome. Snake Island is actually an island in Brazil that has the most snakes per square inch or mile than anywhere in the world. Now, you're not allowed to go there. I would have to negotiate with Brazil, but I think our worst criminals should go there in a rat suit, which is why I'm never allowed access to the levers of power in the justice system. So he basically had recorded this. Jurors were also told they would see footage of the notorious 2016 incident where Diddy Combs allegedly viciously beat his then girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hotel hallway. Quote, "You will see a video of the defendant brutally beating Cassie during a freak-off at Los Angeles hotel," Prosecutor Emily Johnson said, referencing the incident that took place at the Intercontinental Hotel in Century City. Diddy is a complicated man, and prosecutors will try to paint consensual relationships between adults as nefarious, his defense attorney Tenny Garrigo said in her opening statement. Sean Diddy Combs is a complicated man, but this is not a complicated case. This case is about love, jealousy, infidelity, and money. This case is about voluntary adult choices made by capable adults in consensual relationships. And while I can see where at some point he might think that, there is a power dynamic. There is coercion involved, and if this was something she wasn't comfortable with and he was pushing him there, we do now understand the concept of coercive control. So I'm gonna kind of put X to doubt. Diddy's lawyer continued to say that while jurors will hold testimony about the music mogul's swinger lifestyle and kinky sex, it doesn't make him a criminal. You might hear about kinky sex, which makes you uncomfortable, Garrigo said. It might not be what you do in your bedroom, but you are here to judge whether the government actually proved what they charged him with, and they did not. And then let's see how his gray hair could help him in trial. Now, I don't know why, but 55-year-old music mogul turned accused criminal perp does not have access to hair dye in jail and revealed his gray hair in court a few months ago, though the public only saw it in sketches. The hope is that, given the licentious nature of some of the alleged acts he participated in, the jury will see a more seasoned and grown up version of his former self, Turkheimer said of Combs. The Los Angeles criminal defense lawyer John Ritter added, one of the central questions the jurors have in their head is, how could a person commit this crime? And if you're looking over at someone who appears gray hair, gray beard, dressed in a kind of sweater, and doesn't look like a person who would commit these sort of atrocities that are going to be alleged, that might play at least a subconscious role in their head. Yes, I know people don't always like me going over, what people are wearing, how they appear. I'm not a bodyologist, but there is a point where there are some subconscious things. If Karen Reed dressed softer, I know she wears beautiful clothes, and don't get me wrong, but she does look like an incredibly hard woman, and I can understand how this situation would make you a harder person, but she looks very severe. Her look is very severe, very polished, and I do wonder if she had taken a more casual look with hers, not to the point of Jen, but just khakis and a nice, blouse, if that would have done, things to soften her look. And let me go look at more Diddy news. Diddy news. I will probably be looking at the New York Post. They seem to have a lot of, well, they have someone on the inside. They are doing updates. So, all right. Sean Diddy Combs' lawyer quits ahead of trafficking trial. Under no circumstances can I continue. One of Sean Diddy Combs' defense lawyers has quit. Antonio Rico, who is one of 6 attorneys working on the Combs trafficking case, quote, respectfully but regretfully filed a motion to withdraw his representation on Thursday. So this is from February. Nope. I don't want to read that. I know they had another article up here. Right. All right, so Cassie's husband, Alex Fine, at the courthouse for support ahead of her testimony in the Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial. And what a good husband to stand outside. This is not going to be easy stuff that she's going to be asked. She will be asked a lot of things by a lot of different people as to, what she was doing. She'll have to go into intimate and, embarrassing parts of her life, shameful parts of her life. So, good husband being there for her. The bull riding celebrity fitness trainer married to Sean Diddy Combs' main accuser showed up at a Manhattan court Monday to support his wife, who is set to give explosive testimony against the rap mogul. Alex Fine, 32, a gym trainer to the star who rides bulls in his spare time, married 38-year-old R&B singer Cassie Ventura, who is known by her first name, in 2019, the year after she confirmed she had broken up with Combs. Now, Fine was Combs' personal trainer and met Ventura in the gym. Well, he seems like a cutie patootie, and I hope she's happy and, in a good relationship. We all have those really suck-ass relationship, and this one, well, makes people piddle in your mouth, so ew. The fitness business owner, whose clients have included the football stars Odell Beckham Jr. and Squanton Barkley, Squatton. Okay. And actors such as Jennifer Aniston appeared grim-faced, wearing a dark black sunglasses, a black T-shirt, and black pants as he arrived in the courthouse. His wife, who is 8 months pregnant with the couple's third child, is expected to take the stand early Monday and afternoon against Combs. The Me and You singer was allegedly exploited both sexually and physically by Combs, who is 55, with horrific new allegations surfacing during Monday's opening statements. In one instance, Combs made a male escort piddle in Ventura's mouth during one of his infamous freak-offs. Cassie will tell you that she felt like she was choking when Combs made look, it's gross. They also saw the brutal, beating that he did in the hallway. So really, it's going to be quite, harrowing testimony. I did not know that she was pregnant, but you know, being able to speak out is so brave, and doing it, maybe she's doing it for her daughters. Look, there are a lot of things that I won't stand up for myself, but if it will make a better world for my daughters, if it'll bring justice, if it'll take a monster out, definitely. So I hope the prosecution and the defense is aware of her being pregnant and, w- asks her the questions but aren't big giant dicks about it. But that's the updates that I have for you right now. I might be doing more updates here this evening if more stuff comes out. I hope to see you on Mornings with Mo, my morning channel, where we do headlines, true crimes, and the absurd. I hope to see you there. It's at 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Yes. I will see you in a little bit. Bye, you guys. Remember, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, but have a sassy mouth and carry a can of bitch fire because kindness doesn't equal doormats and no one's piddling in my mouth. Bye, you guys.